Hey, folks, welcome to InTheMoneyStocks.com's intraday analysis video, brought to you by the creators of proprietary price, pattern, and time methodology. Learn the PPT strategies and profit for life. Let's get into the market action today on this Thursday, July 31st, 2014. Last trading day of July, folks, and we are seeing the markets taking an absolute beating. S&P down 28.5 points, Dow down 224, NASDAQ down 75. So again, markets getting crushed, and the key here is to understand that we've been talking about this cycle slowly taking hold. Well, now you can see the results of this, and this is why we were warning since mid-July, right around I think July 18th or so, when the beginning of the cycle started to switch over. You had to be looking at a market that was topping out and beginning to make a move down. And today, again, we're seeing the biggest down day in the markets in months, if not even quarters. All right, that's how big of a move down today is in the scheme of what we've seen lately. And again, couple things to note here. Number one, here was that major upsloping trend line. Let me zoom out a little bit. Here it is. All right, we never closed below it until about a week and a half ago or about a week ago. Then we never confirmed. Then finally, right here on Tuesday, we closed below it. Didn't confirm yesterday on Wednesday. Today, unless we have an epic rally, you will finally confirm the break. And again, it doesn't mean the markets will go straight down. They're still going to have bounces along the way. What it means to me is that overall now you will start a downtrend in the market. All right, I hope that makes sense to everyone. So you're looking at this stage of the game, let me say this again, that the market's now, assuming we close below Tuesday's low, and even better if we close below Wednesday's low right here, this is now a full-on switch over. All right, the only way it could be negated, the only way you would change your mind from being all-out bearish on the markets now is if we close back above and then confirm above the 52-week high on this market. And again, if I zoom out on the charts, you can see that right here. So we'd have to confirm above this pivot at around 199. If we did that, then yeah, then you would say, okay, the down move is completed. Now you could go up a little bit higher, although it would be a muted move to the upside. So again, at this stage of the game, assuming we close below these key levels over here, you should have a negative all-out bias. Going into today, I was neutral to negative. Now it's negative. And again, you're still going to have bounces along the way. I want to make this clear. And there's going to be great swing trading. In fact, the day trading has been unbelievable. But the swing trading will continue to be good because you're going to have shorts that are paying us right now that we have. And then you're going to have longs when the markets get to key supports because you're going to have big buy the dip bounces. And if you know what you're doing, you can make a ton of money today. And again, there were some great trades. By the way, guys, I traded this low pivot here. I knew exactly that this would be the low on the SPY. I used actually puts. It's one of the, I don't day trade SPY puts or calls, check that, calls very often or puts, but I did today, and I bought the calls there. The kind of the in-the-money slight calls and made very quick. Basically, I bought the August 22nd, which is the expiration for August, and very quickly made almost 10% on them on the bounce up. All right, in any case, guys, the markets now are starting to slowly head back towards the lows of the day. Again, cycle is fully in play now. And again, if you've been waiting for this like we have, we knew again basically over the last 2 weeks that it was taking hold. And in all fairness, ever since after July 4th, you could see it because the market would go up a little bit and then get crushed back down. And that's distribution. See how choppy it's been? All right, look at all these ups and downs. That continues to show us the distribution, which is institutional heavy selling, and then the institutions step aside and the amateurs buy it back up, and vice versa. It just keeps on going back and forth, back and forth. Okay? All right, we're continuing to see good price action here on shorts. For instance, 3M, take a look at that, down almost $3 on 3M, absolutely crushed. And this is just a monumental hammering here. Look at this. In these last 3 days, 3M has almost gone back to May lows. And this is actually going to be a big support level. All right, right in this range is going to be a huge support level on 3M. All right, if we take a look at Disney, for instance, Disney giving a nice down move. And by the way, this is all inside bar pattern move. And look at that. This should fall very quickly now to the 50 MA. A little bit of support right there at the 50. Gets through the 50, it's going right back here. Okay? So, I mean, there's some big drops here. IBM's down $1.77. I mean, if you look at the Dow right now, Dow is down now 239 points. So we're nearing our lows of the day. Chevron, take a look at Chevron, down $2.34. Exxon reported earnings today, down $3.21. Take a look at Exxon today. Let me look at this drop. And by the way, this is your target here short term on Exxon for a bounce. If it hits this by the end of the day, you should get a technical bounce right there. And then there's a huge level right here, gap fill pivot highs. And this will be like probably like a multi-day bounce. 98.65 will be a good level right there. Okay? All right, JP Morgan Chase today. Look at this, down big on the day, down 83 cents. That's a great fall there. That's a nice solid fall. Goldman Sachs down about $2. Even Apple down over $2. On Apple, that's a big drop. That really is a big drop. All right, so we just want to continue to monitor things here. Natural gas, by the way, look at this. Nat gas is actually rallying today. I'm in the money on this swing trade. If you remember, you got this as a swing trade a few days ago. And we are in the money on this, as the chart was telling us it was due for a bounce, especially with the Russian situation kind of escalating more and more. Very likely you will see nat gas, or we could wake up to nat gas being up 10%, 20% in one day too, which is pretty nuts, but that is possible. Okay, if you look at another stock or ETF I'm following, I like corn down here. Corn is slowly making a bottom here, in my opinion, for a pop. You should see a pop at least to the 20. If it gets through the 20, it could even be a bigger pop. Down the line, you want to know where this is going to go. It's going to go right back to these lows. So, again, in this range, you should start to make a bottom on this corn, which is the corn ETF, and is what it is. And then this is your target here, right around $30. That would be a nice move up, and I do expect that in the not-too-distant future, starting really in the next few days to start to head up, okay? So just giving you a couple ideas here, guys. By the way, just to give you a heads up, and I'll give you a special one here, I did pick up some corn November expiration calls, $26 calls at the money right now. Paid $1.35 for them, and again, it's trading right there. Actually, the last print on those options was 135. So I did pick up some calls here. I actually also have the stock long as well, and I'm liking it right in this range. All right, so we'll see if we can't get some. I like the Novembers because they're only trading at $1.35, and they're at the money, so you're only paying $1.35 premium. And if you get the bounce that I think, they should double in value pretty easily. Okay. What else do we have here, guys? Yesterday, U.S. Steel had a big move up. It's actually continuing to rally today. That's a fantastic move. Freeport-McMoRan on the other side is coming down very, very quickly. That's a golden metal copper stock. And look at the GLD today, guys. The GLD continues to move down. I think GLD is heading for this gap fill. In fact, I want to erase some of these trend lines on the charts so we can see it a little bit more clearly at this stage of the game. But yeah, I mean, this is an interesting price action chart here, and you should over the next few days come in. A lot of people are interested in saying, well, how come gold is not rallying today with the fear in the market? And because honestly, people are exiting across the board. Gold is getting sold just like everything else. One thing that is interestingly enough not getting sold, which makes sense, is when the markets are panicking, people are running into bonds, which is lowering yields. And you can see the TBT, it's still up a little bit today, but it's pulled back off the highs. So that's an interesting one. We saw TBT gap up pretty precipitously today as the markets have sold off the yields, which TBT, when it goes up, tells you yields are falling, and that's why you can see the red on the today daily chart. VXX having a monster day, guys. Look at this breakout on VXX. Just a tremendous move here as this ETF is now ripping higher here, and we'll see how high it goes, but it did take out this previous pivot. This is my guess where this thing is going. All right, you're going to see VXX head up to about 33. Okay. Just scanning through, let me see if there's anything else I want to touch on here. Baidu today. Interestingly enough, Baidu's really not that down that much, just 0.7%, while the NASDAQ is down about 2% on the day, and that's just a factor of this stock just had such good earnings. It's pulling off the highs of those earnings, but at this stage, the only way you'd short this is if you got a bearish flag pattern on the daily chart. All right, today reporting earnings, one that'll be fun to watch, although I'm not going to trade it, is GoPro. GoPro, again, up a little bit into earnings, and again, they will be reporting earnings after the bell. Loco was an IPO recently. This stock continues to advance. Just tremendous move on this Loco restaurant, El Polo restaurant. And again, you can see here if I zoom out, I mean, look at the run it's had from underneath 20 to now almost $40 per share. Absolutely insane move. I would say if it gets above 50, I might play some options on it, as at some point it'll come crashing down. But you got to really time yourself correctly. All right. Late last week, I told members I was going to be buying puts on the IYT when it was at its highs. I entered them at $4.80. Last print $8.10. Basically, at this stage, if we got new prints, there just hasn't been a lot traded there, but it should be almost 100% gainer on this one for members. And these are all trades that I'm giving out, guys, in the research center to members. So if you're a member, if you want to try it, there's a 7-day free trial. There's a lot to do here, guys. A lot. And Dow right now down 251 points. NASDAQ is down 80 points. S&P down 32. Let's go back to the spiders because there could actually be a scalp here I want to take. Ooh, look at this nice double bottom pierce. That's a great sell right there. So now the question becomes, at what point do we want to step up and play some of this action? All right, could be some good opportunities here for sure. All right. What else do I see here? Anything else on my radar? No, I don't see too much here. I think that's about it for now, but bottom line is come take the 7-day free trial to the Research Center. If you're a swing trader or an investor, if you want to be, that's where the information, that's where the gold is. That's where you're going to find the trade alerts that will make you money as our members start accumulating tons of profits from the shorting we've done over the last few weeks as we get into this cycle, guys. And again, another one, just to show you some of these other shorts, SMH, we nailed it right at the highs. And again, SMH, beautiful fall over the last few days. Take a look at this. Right up here is where we shorted it. Right here. Boom. Down into the 50. Should actually break the 52. I could go on and on. Berkshire Hathaway B shares, I'm short. In the money very nicely. Down $1.50. And look at the breakdown. This thing's honestly should crater when this market corrects fully right here. This is where you're aiming. 200 MA right there. Beautiful level right there. All right, come join us at InTheMoneyStocks.com. Learn how to predict cycles. Learn how to profit with the pros. Get trade alerts. Get trade alerts to your phone. Profit with the pros. Take care.